I'm Moraski,
And hi, I'm Cale.
and today we're here to discuss SPIG, or Student Peer Interactive Grading, an innovative app that makes peer assessment grading easier than ever. Lawson and I came up with the idea for SPIG during our AP Computer Science class last year. Our teacher would use the Student Peer Interactive Grading method, and although we saw many educational benefits from it, we also noticed that it had a lot of issues. It was often confusing, difficult to manage, and required tons of papers when doing it manually.
So, we decided to digitize and automate the process. To accomplish this, we used Elixir. Elixir is a functional programming language aimed at highly parallel workloads, and we selected it because it was good for real-time interactive apps like SPIG. It's also used by Discord and WhatsApp, so we were in good company. For the data analysis part of SPIG, we decided to use Python for its rich ecosystem of statistics and AI libraries.
Students begin by logging in through Google. We chose Google because of its advanced safety frameworks and also because many schools already use it. Once you join as a teacher, you can then create courses. Courses themselves are populated with three things: sections, assignments, and rubrics. Within themselves, sections have students and assignments. Assignments are uploaded PDFs giving the assignment, and they also each have a rubric. A rubric is essentially just a document that outlines how to grade a submission of an assignment, and in our case, we just use the basic point-based system. Here's an example of two criteria being added, one positive and one negative.
Okay, now that the assignment is set up, we can add students to the class. Simply activate and share the unique link with your students. They can then join the class and are sent directly into the planned activity. Once everyone's ready, you can start the writing activity. The instructions will appear to the left with a code editor on the right. When a student is done, they can simply click the submit button and submit their code. Teachers can see submissions rolling in live and can then determine when to move on to grading. When grading starts, students will be able to see one of their peers' submissions along with the rubric on the left. After grading individually, the teacher can then move on to group grading, where students must come to a consensus about what grade to give, which enhances everyone's understanding and is part of what makes SPIG unique.
With all this completed, all that's left to do is to calculate and display analytics and grades for each submission. Grades are calculated using three main weighted averages and are automatically displayed. Additionally, we were lucky enough to have SPID presented by our teacher, Mr. Baber, at the 2024 AP National Convention. Attached is a brief clip, not from the actual presentation, but just our teacher explaining some things at the convention.
All right. So this is a student-developed framework for the SPIG assessment technique. This was made by Lawson, Cale, and Moraski at the Episcopal Academy in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. But this automates the process fully of individual assessment and group assessment, and allows students to act as AP readers of their own free response and their peers' free response submissions. So
And
thank
it's
you to
pretty
Lawson
cool.
and Bowden.